have been wanting to have this chat with you guys for a while now. I have my drink of choice here, which is the Melanin Hormone Balance drink. And I think that this is a perfect companion drink, really, for a long-awaited conversation. If you're new here, my name is Zoe, and I wear multiple different hats. I am a dancer. I really don't dance anymore, but I have moved into the realm of choreography recently. I work full-time as well, but I do hybrid work. So I'm in the office 3 days a week and at home 2 days a week. And if it was hard for you to tell, or if you haven't watched some of my vlogs, I am pretty busy. I have been wanting to have this chat with you guys for a while now. I feel like I've always been shameless about sharing my multiple journeys and my multiple passions. However, I've never really gotten personal with regard to who I am. I've always made my channel more about my journey and whatever I'm doing in the moment. I hate this angle. So I thought that this would be a great opportunity to get a little more personal with you guys. You know how they say the craziest things hit you on a random Friday? You don't plan it, but it's just really random moments. And so I was getting to a point where it just hit me that I needed to do more for my body, keep myself going. I can't just dance through life anymore and, not be doing additional things to help and aid my body. No one really made me knowledgeable on how eating mindfully and intuitively would have affected my progress even more. So I'm really passionate about sharing that, and especially if you're in any type of fitness category. I know as a young person, you don't really think about it, but I think back to all of the ways that I could have enhanced my performance in the dance world and even in my everyday life. About a week ago, not even, I had to stop at the urgent care. The doctor wound up telling me that sometimes patients who deal with cysts experience these symptoms on a higher level than others. Her saying that brought to my memory the fact that I had been at one point diagnosed with PCOS, and there had been reports of multiple cysts on my ovaries. This, coupled with me not dancing as much anymore and moving into more of a choreographer's space, coupled with the fact that I have vitiligo, which I've never talked about on this channel, but that it is an autoimmune disease, really just made me give a pause and a thought to how maybe it was a perfect time to pivot to a more mindful mindset behind what I'm eating and how I'm consuming food. So I made the decision to venture into a diet that is focused more so on anti-inflammatory and low glycemic. I know right now it's trendy to do the high protein workout, but that's not really where I am with it. I'm more so wanting to just fuel my body in a way that's just more mindful about what I'm eating. I'm not really concerned about gains. I actually just typed my question into ChatGPT. I was like, I've been diagnosed with PCOS in the past. I have vitiligo, and I am used to a really high active day, but I'm not that way anymore. What are some good diets that you could recommend? And that's what ChatGPT said. She literally said anti-inflammatory, low glycemic, and protein-based diet. So here we are today. That is going to be a major, major, major lifestyle switch. And so therefore it's going to be a bit of a content switch too. Really focusing on my diet and taking into account what I have dealt with in the past, and nurturing my health is going to change the way that I show up in every aspect and every area of life. So I'll be focusing more on whole foods, trying to come up with alternatives to things that would spike my sugar very high. Even as simple as, yes, fruit is really good to have and it's a healthier alternative than say cookies, but what fruit specifically support the low glycemic goal? Kiwi is a great example of this. Kiwi is an exceptional fruit that you can have early in the morning because of all of its additional benefits, including anti-inflammatory. So whereas I would usually gravitate towards, I don't know, maybe some cotton candy grapes or some strawberries in my diet, I'm gonna swap those out for kiwis. And so it's just making small little changes like that is going to support my sugars, which is going to affect my energy, and also support my hormones, which is connected to PCOS and cysts. So I already take Melamin, which is the drink that you guys saw me make earlier, and that has a ton of supplements and vitamins that help with mood boosting, but also help regulate my cycle, and they help with hormones and a lot of the things connected to girls who've been diagnosed with PCOS. And this change for me is just going to be really personal because there's a ton of stuff to learn, and I'm just excited to go on this journey with you guys and kind of open up a little bit about who I am behind the scenes. Also, my vitiligo is autoimmune. A lot of people don't even know what vitiligo is, let alone that it's an autoimmune disorder. Like, I didn't even know what type of diet, let alone what kind of foods support that type of body. So yeah, I talked about the background. I talked about how I want to implement these changes, which is gently and just small changes. Now that you know all that, I want to talk about what I want to get rid of by going on this journey. I want to get rid of the sugar crashes. I don't want the high up and down. And I also have noticed some like puffiness in my face. I would love for that to go down as well. And maybe most importantly, I just want to feel less stressed. It stresses me out going through my days thinking that like I could have done better, or I could have done more, or I could have done something else to aid myself and through this journey of life. Life is already so difficult. So I think it's going to be very helpful for me to show up for myself in this new way. So I think those 3 things are good goals to set, or good markers of progress to track during this entire process. I've talked briefly about it and wanted to do like cycle tracking and cycle syncing. I think that this diet will also help a lot with that. I think I'll just as a whole become more holistic and more focused and more intentional, more present with myself and with my body about what I'm putting into it, which I'm so excited about. I hope to try like new anti-inflammatory recipes, maybe build that if it works for me, can also work for you. I have also created a staples grocery list that are things that I just want to have in my fridge all the time. And I also think, guys, that this is going to help me keep from eating out. Like, I love Chick-fil-A, but they don't love me all the time. They don't love my body, and they don't know me like I know. I also hope to educate you guys as I go through this journey, and also share anything that I learned with you guys, and maybe, I don't know, remove the stigma from like, oh, you're older now, so you should already have it all together. Like, no, like, let's learn and grow together. Let's be comfortable and snug in our own skin to say, like, I don't know, but I want to learn. And so, yeah, if you've been trying to figure out how to eat with more care and intention, and don't worry, I'm busy too. Just like I told you, I'm juggling a lot of hats. Hopefully you found something today that resonated with you, and maybe you'll stick around if any of this stuff seems like something you would be interested in, or you just want to follow my journey that's not going to be perfect at all. But yeah, I've got some grocery hauls coming up, some food chats, some real life meal content, some cook with me, and it's all going to be very honest, and you guys are definitely going to be my go-to people to carry along with me in the journey. So it's the start of a new chapter, and if you're looking to build confidence, be more snug in your skin from the inside out, then I would love for you to come along with this journey with me. See you guys in the next video. Miss you already. Bye.